Okay, for question 7, there's a lot of expressions. To simplify, I'm going to try to squeeze them in next to each one, right? So for A, I have negative 42 and negative 17, right? That's 42 and 17, right, would be 59. So that's negative 59, right? So, right, what did I do? I did negative 42 plus negative 17, right? And I got negative 59. Okay. For D, I have a negative number divided by a negative number. Whenever we divide a negative by a negative, we get a positive, right? Because the negatives cancel out. So this is really what is 42 divided by 7, right? Which is 6. Negative divided by negative is positive. So it's positive 6, but you do not write plus, right? You just write 6. For G, and I'm going out of order here. I'm just going down the columns. It's easier. For G, it's negative 5 squared. When I square something, that means I'm taking whatever is in parentheses being squared and I'm multiplying it by itself. So negative times a negative is positive, so this is 25, right? Negative times negative is positive. Okay, for B here, I have 8 minus a negative 9. That's the same as writing 8 plus 9, right? Subtracting a negative is adding, so that's 17. For E, I have... For these, I think the easiest thing to do is figure out whether the answer is going to be positive or negative at the end, and then just get rid of your negative signs. So I'm multiplying a negative times a negative, which would give me a positive, and then that positive times a negative, which would give me a negative. So I know my answer is negative now, right? Okay. So now I have 2 times 3 is 6, right? 2 times 3 is 6. And 6 times 4 is 24, so that's negative 24, right? Okay. For H, I have negative 5 squared. Now this is different. Look at these two questions. This is completely different because now I have order of operations. Order of operations tells me that I do my exponents before I do my addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, right? So the exponent comes first. So what is getting raised to the second power? Over here in G, the negative 5 was getting raised to the second power because it was in parentheses. But over here, the only thing getting raised to the second power is the 5. So what I do is I take 5 squared and I get 25, but I still have that negative sign, right, that has to come in. So this one is negative 25. These are really confusing, G and H. You have to remember your order of operations and what is actually getting squared. Okay, for C, I am multiplying a positive times a negative, so I get a negative number, and 8 times 9 is 72, right? Okay. For F, I have negative 18, and I could think of this as negative 18 plus negative 7, right? So that's like saying negative 18 plus negative 7 gives me negative 25, right? Negative 25. And for I, it's the square root of 49. In this case, it's the positive square root of 49 because that's what this symbol means, but this comes out to be 7.